Good afternoon, folks. Today we're reviewing the updated Geely Monjaro. Let's see what's new and interesting. We're also planning to stop by Toyota and Honda to check out its main pure ICE competitors, the CR-V and the RAV4. Make yourselves comfortable. Let's go. So this is the 2025 model with a convex grille. The 2024 version had a concave one, and now it's concave again. The fully loaded version costs $25,000, and for that you get a 2-liter turbo engine. They increased the power. It's now 270 horsepower, with an acceleration in 7.3 seconds. The suspension is McPherson, with adaptive electromagnetic CDC dampers. And how is it possible that at this price the interior materials and features are richer than in the BMW X3? How can that happen? And for this price, they even gave it an Alcantara headliner. Right here they're using the same material you find in the X3, by the way. Meanwhile, in the Japanese cars you get sneaker sole materials for this money. We'll go check everything later. I want to see what kind of power the new CR-V and RAV4 have now. Here the material is exactly the same as in the BMW X3. Not the newest one, but the previous generation. The same material exactly. Alcantara seats. Here you get ventilation, seat heating, and massage, can you imagine? Which, as far as I know, isn't even available in a non-top BMW X5. How can that happen? 180 centimeters tall. 2 fingers, a person taller than me can fit here. Up top, it's leatherette, and everything else is Alcantara. There's massage, like I said, but only for the backrest, not the seat cushion. The headliner Alcantara is whatever, but here is much better. Looks like they've given it a bit of a refresh. Now it has these big screens. They left some buttons here. 2 cup holders, a 50-watt cooled wireless charger on the left, and nothing on the right. Now the shifter is this little crystal-style piece. The rotary dial I liked is gone. Why? Maybe they saw something in their usage log showing that people hardly used it, and decided it was pointless. There's a projector. Here's the start-stop button. Here's the steering wheel design. All the buttons are physical. Before it was fine too. Camera. The camera monitors your fatigue and makes sure you keep your hands on the wheel. Here's plastic. Push it to the right to upshift and to the left to downshift. Park button. The screens didn't improve in picture quality. This is not the top picture. It seems the eye doesn't irritate and the map doesn't lag. But this is not the best quality. The screen hesitates a little, kind of like in the new Zeekr 9X. I played with it there too, and it also thinks for a moment. I get the feeling Geely doesn't use the most advanced chips. Or maybe the chips are advanced, but they just can't optimize the system properly. Credit for the Alcantara. Even though it's not the highest quality, it's definitely better than regular fabric and looks more premium. I always like this kind of visors. There is no camera here. We have light bulbs, physical buttons, a full sunshade, and a sunroof. The glove box isn't lined with anything. Look, the bottom is bare plastic. But this section here has stitching, and the leatherette is actually pretty good. I'd say above average in quality. Let's see how they put it together. Yes, it squeaks a bit. It's gone. And here. Well, there is a bit. The screen feels solid, no creaks. Okay. There's a small unlined storage box. Under the console I can see USB-C ports on both the left and right, plus a 12-volt socket. Double pane glass. The upper part is same material as in affordable BMWs. This is wood-like plastic, this is Alcantara, and here the fair quality leatherette. And here is bare plastic. There are 16 speakers with premium sound, and they are even in the headrests. The armrest. Not covered inside. Oh, I even have the option to adjust the backrest here. I can even move the front passenger forward if I want to. There's climate control here and heated seats. 530 liters of space. Yeah, the seats fold only manually. It's all very poor and empty here. like a BMW X3 that is double the price. There is a small niche here. This isn't a hybrid. There's no battery here, which means you won't be able to go out of town and sleep inside with heating in winter or cooling in summer. Let's head straight to Toyota and see what the RAV4 offers. It's not too far from here, and at the same time we'll test this car along the way. Yeah, you get used to good things really fast. I've completely lost the habit of pure ice cars. It feels like I'm driving a tractor now. There's no acceleration. I feel slight vibrations. Look, I'm pressing... Oh, and only now it kicked in, about a second later. All right, we've already talked about this. Everyone understands it by now. Overall, 7 seconds. I remember back when I drove a Camry 30 with 2.4 engine, automatic transmission, and it had an acceleration of 10 seconds, and I got into a car that accelerated in 7 seconds, and it felt like I was sitting in a sports car. After getting used to 3-4 seconds, these 7 seconds feel like you're only being slightly pushed forward. There was a delay of about 2 seconds, I think. By the way, the reason the Galaxy lineup blew up so much is because you're still running on gasoline, but you get electric-style acceleration. Even if it's the same 7 seconds, you get all of it instantly. It's much easier to maneuver. The moment you want to go, you shoot forward right away. Here, you constantly have to anticipate everything in advance, like shooting at a bird. You aim ahead of the target. Let's check the noise level. I like the side support of the seat. During the noise test, I'll let off the throttle. By the way, here's a bump. The suspension handled it well. Now I'm really curious to take the RAV4 for a drive. Because I like this suspension. It has improved compared to the previous one. The 25 model was better than the 24, and this one is it's even nicer than the 25. They are getting better, well done. No matter what anyone says about the cheap Chinese segment, it is also growing. It is continuously growing. It is getting better and better. I like the suspension a lot. It's not stiff, it's not very soft. It has this nicely balanced, dense feel. I have a feeling the Toyota will be softer, more jelly-like. Since this is a pure gasoline engine, when you let off the gas, the car doesn't slow down. You need to brake with your foot, and now I feel like I need some vitamin D because I am feeling depressed now. I mean, keeping your heel under the brake is basic defensive driving. That part's clear. It's just reflexes. But why press it at all? Your heel rests under the brake, and if you need to stomp it, you stomp it instantly. If you don't, why would you keep shifting your toe over there? Ancient forest. A 50 kilometers per hour corner. For this kind of money, I'd say it's good. Don't cry, don't cry. The tank is 62 liters, and the official consumption is 8 liters. In reality, it'll probably be around 10 if you drive actively. And then it also depends on how deep you press the throttle. Look at what's happening here. For the fully loaded RAV4, they're asking $23,000. All-wheel drive, pure internal combustion engine. That's what we're comparing today. $23,000, which is $1,000 cheaper than the Geely Monjaro. What do we have? We have a McPherson setup without adaptive dampers, without CDC, the most basic one. We have a 2-liter engine without a turbo, with 170 horses, which is 100 less than the Manjaro. They hide the acceleration to 100, neither in brochures nor on the website, nor do the managers. They can't tell me the acceleration, they don't know. He says he doesn't know. I even asked the ChatGPT, and it couldn't find anything either. As far as I understand, Toyota is shy about this, and probably it's around 10 seconds to 100, I think. Perhaps 9. So 7 in the Manjaro is slow. 10 is just utterly disappointing. But The strength of Toyota is in reliability. As for its resale value, in China, it drops just like any other car, because in China, reliability doesn't really matter to anyone. The average car age here is about 6 years, and the warranty is 8, so most people get rid of their cars before the warranty even ends. Reliability means nothing to a Chinese buyer. They simply don't care. So Toyota's strengths don't matter here at all. They simply don't apply in China. But we're not talking about China. We're talking about the entire planet. And Toyota is the global sales leader for a reason. People respect this brand. They've earned those sales by giving customers reliability above anything else. Money doesn't come easy. People don't want to deal with repairs. They want to sell their cars for a good price on the used market. So Toyota, respect. So I've described Toyota's strong side. Now here's what we actually have. This right here is that sneaker sole material from cheap shoes, and yeah, it's definitely here. This kind of interior. They say they'll update it someday, but who knows when. This outdated head stereo unit is still here. I'm not comparing the screens. A screen is just a screen. I'm not saying the Monjaro's strength is its display. Who cares about the screen if the Geely got 100 more horsepower, it accelerates faster, and it has adaptive dampers. It creaks a bit more than the Monjaro. The Monjaro had its issues too, but this one creaks a little more. The leatherette here is a bit cheaper than over there, and this rubber is also slightly lower grade. Some little shelf here. It's all the same. No real difference. This one also isn't lined with anything. This whole console is ancient. There should be wireless charging pads here, and there aren't. And massage seats? They don't exist even in the top trim levels. You have to move up to a Lexus to get that. And even then, only the highest-end Lexus models have it. The smaller ones don't. There is no ventilation. There's just heating. From what I know, there's nothing in the back. It's just the regular fabric here. Yes, there's fabric, and it includes sunshade and a sunroof, along with a panoramic view. It feels like there's a little less space here. Here I can't adjust the backrest angle with a button. Only manual. There you have a screen to control the climate, and here you don't. Armrest the same. We didn't film the test drive. I always try to save time and keep things short and compact. So Toyota is slightly quieter at 62-63 decibel, but in terms of driving feel, it lost when it comes to suspension. The Toyota isn't as tight, and for some reason, I kept expecting it to win in softness. But no, it's about as soft as the Monjaro, just more floaty. Probably because it doesn't have adaptive dampers. The car simply can't adjust to different situations. It has one single suspension setting, and that's it. Let's take a look at Honda now. The fully loaded internal combustion version costs $25,000 here. That's after the big discounts. You get a 1.5-liter turbo with 190 horsepower and acceleration from 0 to 100 in 9.7 seconds. So, it's a bit quicker than the Toyota, but still slower than the Monjaro. Some people might say that the Monjaro uses Volvo technology, but that doesn't really matter. Next, the suspension is McPherson without adaptive dampers. Same as in the RAV4, this part is like sneaker sole material, the lower section is bare plastic, and it's the same in the Monjaro too. Here, well, it's all the same. Look, there's a glasses case. Monjaro doesn't have it. It has a sunroof, a shade, and the panorama isn't as big as in Monjaro and RAV4. Right here. Is bare plastic, I mean these pillars. It's bare plastic, why is it this way? I don't know. Here it's regular fabric. Same as Toyota. The backrest tilt cannot be adjusted with a button. Same here. No screen and no seat heating. So, what do we have here? The one I liked the least was the Honda. It doesn't handle well, it shakes on bumps in an unpleasant way, and it even bottoms out. No wonder their sales dropped the most. Toyota is still holding third place, while Honda has already fallen to 10th. What's the conclusion? Geely is the most technologically advanced. Toyota is the most reliable. If you have financial concerns, and if you live outside of China. Because here in China, Toyota has zero strength on the used market. The resale value simply isn't there. So if money is tight, don't overthink it. Buy a Toyota, as long as you're okay with older technology. If you want a more modern, better equipped car, between Honda and the Monjaro, it's definitely the Monjaro. The Honda, I just don't get it. It's simply unpleasant to drive. Same story as the Accord after the Camry. With the Toyota, you at least float comfortably. With the Honda, I didn't like it at all. All right, friends. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones. See you soon.